Well, hello, and welcome to another lesson of the Content Modeling Weekly. Happy Monday to those of you watching me live today. I am Marcelo Lewin, the Headless Creator, and as always, you can get a hold of me right there, marcelo@headlesscreator.com. Feel free to send me an email if you have any questions. I'll gladly answer them. If you have any questions here in the live version, feel free to type them in the chat box and I'll go ahead and answer them. Today I'm going to take you, this is lesson 26, I'm going to take you from lesson 24, which is where we created a content intent diagram. And if you don't know exactly what that is, please go back and watch lesson 24. And then in lesson 25 we created a content model in Miro based off of that content intent diagram. This is for that Google search doc that we were working on. Today we're going to take that content model in Miro and put it into Contentful so you can see what it looks like. Then we'll build the document, the actual Google search doc, knowledge base document in Contentful and run some queries against it so you can experience both the authoring experience and also what the developer will get on the back end. So we're going to do that as soon as we get started. Thank you for those of you joining. I see some people joining right now. I want to make sure audio is clear, so if you can type in the chat box that we're good to go on audio, I'd appreciate it. Just want to make sure we're all good on that. But before we get started, as always, I'm going to show you my website, and this is where you can find lesson 26, which is today's lesson. You'll find it on the on headlesscreator.com. Just go there, register. It's free registration, and then go to courses, all courses, and then you'll find it under, actually this one will be under Content Modeling Weekly. For those of you that are in Contentful, you can see the Contentful course there, and of course we have other courses. But if you click on Content Modeling Weekly, once you register for free, or if you're already registered and enrolled, it'll take you in. You'll see it right here. You'll see content modeling lessons, and you'll see lesson 26. Here's where you can find lesson 24 and lesson 25 if you want to learn more about the content intent diagram, and then also how we built the model out of that diagram. Okay, enough of that. We're going to go ahead and restart, as you know, the process. This is sort of for the live people only. Now I'm going to actually do the on-demand version, which will be nice and clean. There won't be any marketing at the beginning there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and restart the intro. I'll see you back in 1 minute. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me first do this here. Make sure, there we go. Let's go ahead and do this. See you in 1 minute. Well, hello, welcome to another lesson of the Content Modeling Weekly course. This is lesson number 26. I am Marcelo Lewin, and I'm the Headless Creator. As always, get a hold of me, marcelo@headlesscreator.com. There it is. I got to get my finger really nice and straight, get it right on spot. It's really hard. I can't do this. I give up. Anyway, feel free to get a hold of me. Send me an email. I'd love to answer questions on content modeling or anything Headless CMS related. I get back to you within 24 hours. Today, I'm going to take you from, I'm going to do a quick review of lesson 24, which is where we built the content intent diagram for the Google SEO doc. Then, in lesson 25, we created a content model inside of Miro out of that content intent diagram. Today's lesson, we're going to take that model in the Miro board and put it into Contentful. Then we're going to enter some content to see what will the author experience, and then we're going to run some GraphQL queries. So let's get started. Let me go ahead and, there we go, perfect. So as a quick reminder, let me move this here so I see it better. Perfect. So as a quick reminder, this was the document that we built a content intent diagram on. And a content intent diagram, and I'll show you real quick, is basically what it says it is. We're building a diagram that explains the intent of every piece of content in this document. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details. You've got lesson 24 for that, so you can do that. But basically, we've taken this document to understand how structured data works, and we just picked this. It's a coincidence that we're talking about structured content, and of course, it's not really a coincidence. I picked it on purpose. But anyway, we've taken this and we said, okay, we're gonna build an intent diagram, and you can see right here. Here's the intent diagram. Again, you'll find the model, the Miro board, in the Content Modeling Weekly course. We built the diagram and defined every piece of content in there, the purpose of that content, and what possible objects we need from there to build that content back up as a structured content. And then we've taken in lesson 25, we took that diagram and built a content model out of it. And you can see that the content model, we have the main article, which is the knowledge base article. And then we made it really simple. It has a headline and it has an RTF field, a rich text field, that can store content. And then what I did is I added a category just for fun. But then we have some objects. We have a table object. Now, I haven't defined every single object, every detail of it, because the point here is not so much about defining the table object and how do we store rows and columns. I've done a lesson on that. Just look for it on the Content Modeling Weekly course. I've done lessons on that. But the point here is that we're going to embed information into the content, our rich text field. So we're going to embed tables, code sections, what we're calling sections, links, callout types, or actually not callout types, we're not going to embed that, but we're going to embed callouts, which are made up of callout types. So to review real quickly, this is the headline of the document. This is some content, but we've decided that the links are going to be special objects because they have this kind of icon and they have to be structured in a special way, so we're going to make them special objects. This is a code object. Now the code object, there are two types of code objects. One that stores the code and one that stores the code with a preview of what that looks like. In this example is both, and this example is just the code. Now again, go back to lesson 24 and 25 to get all the details how we got to here. But those are some objects. These are our callout boxes, and you can see that we have various callout boxes. We have one with a star, one with a light bulb, and if we go to an intent diagram, we said that we have 4 types. We have a highlights, idea, learn, and warning callout boxes. Each of them will be displayed somehow in the delivery channel. We don't know how, we don't care. As content authors, we know that we just need a highlight, callout box, an idea, and here's the reason why we use each callout box. That's the whole purpose of the content, the model intent diagram. It tells you exactly why we need to use each of these objects. So you see we have a callout. Okay, so let's take all of this and put it into Contentful. But before we do that, I'm going to take a 2-second break because it's very early here in the morning and I need some coffee. All right, so here we are in Contentful, and again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the comments box, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. I hope all audio sounds good to you guys. Okay, so here we are. I've already entered, because it would be very boring for you to see me type all this stuff in, but I'm going to review what's important. But I already entered all of the content types: callout, callout type, category, the code, the knowledge base article, the link, section.